Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a fantastic day. Likes, comments, and subscriptions are always appreciated, and without further ado, let's jump right into it. Italian motorcycle manufacturer Ducati has announced plans to launch its first NFT collection in partnership with NFT Pro and Ripple. This will be the first such initiative from a world-renowned motorcycle manufacturer aimed primarily at increasing contact with their community. Ducatisti, okay, and raising brand awareness. With this decision, Ducati declares its entry into the Web3 space. And here's the tweet for it right there. NFT Pro is supposed to be responsible for the development of the collection, as the company specializes in corporate white label NFT solutions. Ripple, on the other hand, will in turn be responsible for the blockchain part of Ducati's NFT projects. XRP Ledger is becoming an increasingly popular platform for NFT creation and development. As recently as last month, another car company, Lotus Cars, announced plans to build its own NFT collection and decided to do so on the XRP Ledger. Also, just last weekend, the rapidly growing Web3 company Cross Tower announced support for the XRP Ledger on its NFT marketplace. So the Ripple news has begun to trickle in once again. I think a lot of the development that we were hearing about just a couple of years ago has finally finished, if you will. We had news that the people from, that apparently there was like funding going around from the people from Ripple to make new companies. I think one of them was called Ripple X or something. I don't remember. There's a whole bunch of different letters and names and all these other things popping up. Basically, the idea was to everything that every other blockchain has to also happen on Ripple's blockchain as well. And I guess we've kind of gotten to that point. A lot of the partnerships are too big to be random. If you look at Ripple's inner workings and who works with them and who they know, I assume behind the scenes, a lot of very, very, very wealthy people have large amounts of XRP. And, you don't simply get a partnership with Ducati because they're like, I like the way the letters XRP sounds. No, like this is something that's been in the works for a very long time. But it also leads to the idea that they will have a very popular blockchain in the future, because Ripple is one of the, what's the word for it? It's like an institutional chain. Let's not lie to ourselves. Like, the entire point of the coin is to work with banks and other institutions and all the other things like that. So, of course, they would also have big names floating behind them as well. But yeah, let's see if it actually ends up taking off and if it ends up working. I think so many other projects that we've seen launching from a number of other blockchains, not that they've faltered or fallen away, but it's more of a, I want to see if people are actually using these things. Will people actually be issuing, will there be a major platform like something like OpenSea, or will there be another new one that is also going to be using XRP's ledger to actually do the transactions on them as well? I think that's very important for the actual future of the chain, because you can't have any whiff of the idea of centralization. It has to be completely Ethereum, Cardano, or whatever, field. Anyway, that's another discussion for another time. But yeah, Ripple has a partnership with the people from Ducati to build on top of the XRP ledger to make NFTs. That's the news. Yeah. Let's move on. Also in the news, it says Cardano is expanding, and this recent development in the ecosystem is a testament to that fact. Odoo, that is on-demand open object, okay? An open source ERP and CRM software with a user base of over 7 million businesses, has welcomed a new ADA Pay plugin. This will allow all businesses utilizing the Odoo suite to accept payments in Cardano. I was going to say crypto, but it just says ADA here. The ADA Pay plugin was developed by Argentinian AI and SS, so many letters, ERP, CRM, Odoo, AI, SSI. Okay, enthusiast Rodolfo Miranda, who was one of the winners of Cardano's Project Catalyst initiative in partnership with COTI, C-O-T-I, an enterprise-grade blockchain platform optimized for decentralized payments. The ADA Pay Gateway solution is a software-based payments gateway that would, when integrated into a business's platform, allows the business to accept settlements in ADA instantly from clients. Cardano and Catalyst launched the Project Catalyst initiative as a means to incentivize innovation aimed at further developments within the Cardano ecosystem. A $1 billion fund was set apart for the project. Cool. We've had before in the past news of companies, whatever, creating something for a coin to be accepted or as a payment method. A lot of times the news ends up being not that it's not significant. It's more of a lot of times it happens that it can now be accepted at over 7 million businesses when, if 7 million businesses actually integrate the actual thing. I think we're at a very interesting crossroads, crypto roads, where crypto adoption is massive now. It's almost gotten to the point where it's very like blasé. Anytime years ago, if we had heard that Cardano could be accepted by 7 million businesses or Bitcoin was being used by 1 million businesses, people would have completely lost their minds. But now it's more of like okay, well, that's cool. Everyone else is doing it. I think we're at the point where adoption is so high and we're being integrated into everything, but nobody wants to sell their crypto. So I think people would be more likely to spend, I don't know, what can you buy through Odoo? I have never in my life heard of Odoo. But a lot of times I end up not having heard about something and the comment section goes crazy. You've never heard of Beglurp? They sell names for faces that have crypto on them. And I'm like, oh, wow, I love Beglurp. It's absolutely incredible. Once we get to like a $10, $15 Cardano, once we get to like a 20, 30,000 Ethereum, $500,000 Bitcoin, that's when I think people will feel more comfortable spending these things. But as of right now, I it's cool that for the future, we're going to have the option to be able to buy stuff on or through Odoo or Beglurp. But as of right now, ain't going to happen. Anyway, that's the Cardano can now be accepted through on-demand open object. News, 7 million businesses. Wow, that's more than 6 million. News. Yeah. Let's move on. Also this is always popular news. Binance, the largest crypto exchange, has announced the successful, it says extermination, the successful burn of 1.9 billion Binance coins, equivalent to around 444 million US dollars. This aggressive coin burn is in line with their mandate to bring the total number of Binance coins in circulation to 100 million, or half of its market cap. The total mined Binance coin since launch was 200 million. They're trying to burn it all the time, quarterly burns to get back to 100 million. And the idea is that they'll kind of stay there. But I think there's also like an automatic coin burn that will even lower it more than 100 million coins. We'll see what ends up happening. This is the latest quarterly burn, the 20th to happen. Wow, fantastic. Since last year, the exchange replaced the initial quarterly Binance burn with an auto burn function to provide greater transparency and predictability to the community. In a press release in 2021, the exchange said the auto burn is objective, verifiable, and independent of its revenues. And here's the tweet for it or something right here. They also have like the burn formula. I don't know if that really interests anyone. It's a lot of letters and numbers and it makes my brain hurt. So yeah. This was, every time that Binance does this is always quite popular news. The idea being that Binance coin is going to become more popular because of the aggressive burn. And this is why we see many other coins also trying to do the exact same thing as far as burning as many coins as they can to try and get the price to actually go up. It is a bit insane to think that a protocol or anyone burned $500 million just because the computer kind of said so. But that's just how the crypto crumbles in the space. So yeah, not the most exciting of news is, but a lot of people do like it, hearing about it. There's also tons of always. There's always tons of Shiba Inu burn news. I mean, like almost daily. I forgot the number that was just recently burned, but everyone's also going insane. People are posting on Twitter talking about a 10-cent Shiba Inu is inevitable. And I'm like, whoa, cool it. Cool your jets there, buddy. Let's actually get to 1 cent before we talk about anything else. That's the Binance coin burn news. Yeah. Let's move on. Also in the news, the United States Senate has confirmed the nomination of law professor Michael Barr to become the next vice chair for supervision for the Federal Reserve. I'll tell you everything about this in a couple seconds just to give you the entire view of it. In a 66-28 vote on the Senate floor on Wednesday, U.S. lawmakers confirmed Barr as vice chair for supervision of the Federal Reserve System for 4 years. Filling the last seat of the 7 board member of governors, Barr, who was on the advisory board of Ripple from 2015 to 2017, also served as the Treasury Department's Assistant Secretary for Financial Institutions under Barack Obama and taught courses on financial regulation at the University of Michigan. As vice chair for supervision, Barr will be responsible for developing policy recommendations for the Fed, as well as overseeing the supervision and regulation of certain financial institutions, second only to Chair Jerome Powell. According to the White House, he was a key architect of the 2010 Dodd-Frank Act, legislation that continues to influence financial policies in the U.S. and set up the position of vice chair for supervision. This was actually a little popular when this news was released. The idea being, for those of you, some of you must remember the name Michael Barr, one of the advisory board for Ripple Labs. When Ripple became really big around 2017, a large portion of their advisory board and even their board members began to be made of former SEC, CFTC regulators, and also a large amount of like bankers, like literal bankers were on their board as well. And this was kind of the idea back in 2017 that they would succeed because they had so much power behind them. But then, US SEC corruption and all that other kind of stuff. So a lot of people are really excited because this guy has worked in crypto. And the idea being that if he understands the space and then ends up working in politics or in the Senate or Congress or somewhere with a pen and paper, that he'll be able to make a difference for our market. It's not usually how it goes. I don't know how many times I've said this before, but it's not that they don't care about us, but it's usually just their own, the word's not intentions, whatever. The point is they are elected to these positions not because of their crypto friendliness, but because of their actual drive to actually keep the US dollar as, a main currency in the world. A lot of times when people do get positions like this around the world, people always say, oh, well, now this is going to be great for crypto. And it's more like no, these people usually don't really care about crypto. They were simply hired by a company that paid them more than another company. And that's kind of what it boils down to. So once again, I don't assume we're going to have any spectacular, amazing new cryptocurrency laws flooding out from this guy or from the Fed or any type of extra love from his side. But for some reason, the it's kind of the same exact thing where the cryptocurrency space always has love for anything like from rich people. These people could have kicked us in the face for 15 years. And then they come out openly and say, hey, I like Bitcoin. I got a lot of Bitcoin. And everyone goes, yeah, another rich person. And it's like, you realize he was dogging us for 15 years, telling us about how terrible we were. So it's also this kind of thing. If they worked in crypto and now they work somewhere else, people go, yeah, adoption. And it's like, no, they also don't really care about us either. It's always just about money. Always. Never, ever forget that. They do not care about us. And this is why we have crypto. Yeah. That's the former Ripple board member. What's his name? Michael Barr is now a Senate something, Federal Reserve something, 4 years. Fantastic. Let's move on. Yeah, look how weird this looks now. I have some kind of glitch here. It looks incredibly weird. It looks very, very odd, all the different colors. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, great morning, great afternoon, great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. Do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for liking, commenting, and or subscribing and or listening. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.